Hi there, this is Rustam from Ace IELTS and welcome to my channel. I'm here to help you ace the test and get the score you need so that you can follow your dreams. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to answer Part 2 speaking questions. In particular, I'm going to break down some very common misconceptions that people have about this part of the speaking test. So, if you have any questions left after watching this video, make sure you ask them in the comment section. Also, feel free to reach out to me directly at info.aceielts@gmail.com. So, without any further ado, let's get going. As many of you might know, in the IELTS Speaking Part 2, you're given a cue card, also known as a topic card, like this, which has the main topic on it. In our case, it says, describe the kinds of books that you enjoy reading, together with some bullet points that you can use to structure your talk. Let's see. So you should say what genre of books you like to read, what these books are about, who would you recommend these books to, and explain why you enjoy reading these kinds of books. Now, one very big misconception here is that students think that they have to use all of the bullet points and that their speaking score will drop if they don't use any of them. This is not true. Your score will drop in two cases. If you fail to speak for 2 minutes, or if you ramble on without actually answering the question. In Part 2 of the speaking test, the examiner tests your ability to speak for 2 minutes on the given topic. They want to see if you can speak at length without going off topic. So, the bullet points given here are only to guide you, to help you stay on the topic. So, you may or you may not use them. In fact, the instructions say that you should use them, but should doesn't mean must, right? So, if you're not comfortable answering any of the questions given in the bullet points, just skip them over. Come up with your own ideas, that's fine, as long as you answer the main question directly and don't ramble. Another difficulty that students have with Part 2 speaking questions is that they say they don't know how to speak for 2 minutes. They say that they have a lack of ideas. It's a common problem, I get it. I do realize that it may be difficult to speak, non-stop for 2 minutes. Again, maybe a piece of advice here would be for you to, guys, try to relax and try to expand, So, in the question we've just seen before, it is asking about a book, a type of book that you like reading. So rather than just saying, oh, I like reading detectives, so you may want to add some ideas by saying why you became interested in, reading these books, or maybe when you became interested, when you got into this habit, right? So by expanding, like adding 1 or 2 sentences to each bullet point may give you enough ideas and will help you fill the 2-minute time frame. So another problem with the bullet points is because students often see them as strict limits, so they think that they cannot go beyond them. And as a result, they just get stuck, right? So their speech becomes more robotical, not natural, because they answer bullet point. It becomes like a question-answer session. It's not natural, it's monotonous. So remember, the key is to sound natural, to sound fluent. You want to show the examiner that you can speak at length and you could speak easily and comfortably. So let me now try to answer the question that we've just seen, and let's see if I can speak for 2 minutes without even looking at the bullet points. Alright, I will now try to answer the same question that we've just seen about the types of books that I like reading, and then hopefully I can fill the 2 minutes time frame. Okay, 3, 2, 1, the timer goes now. Okay, well, about 3 years ago, when the COVID pandemic hit the world, I became interested in reading books about self-development and motivation. The type of books that motivate you to make positive changes so that you can live a more meaningful and happy life. At the time, just like many other people around the world, I was feeling depressed and anxious because we were locked in our houses and there was no hope for a brighter future. These books, however, helped me realize one very important thing. I realized that I can never change the world, that the surroundings will always stay the same. And if I wanted a better life, better conditions for myself and my family, I had to start by changing myself first. This is how I got into self-help books. I'm very keen on reading this kind of books because I can improve any area of my life, be it my health, my relationships, my finances, or my spiritual development, you name it. Not only that, though, self-help books are also full of successful stories that I like reading about because they ignite, they inspire me. I often think to myself, if these people could achieve this amount of success and wealth, then I can surely too. Just like one of my favorite speakers and writers, Tony Robbins, says, success leaves clues. So I truly believe that there are clues, and by reading these kinds of books, I can learn about these clues, and I want to walk the paths that many successful people have walked, and I want to learn from them and become successful one day as well. So I think I became a very different person now after reading these books, because I know precisely what I want from life. I can set goals. I know what I want to achieve in the next 5, 10, 15 years of my life. So I'm very thankful to this genre of the books, and I hope that one day my stories will also be told and I'll become successful, world known, hopefully. Yeah, I think that's it, guys. I think that fills the 2 minutes. So you've just heard me speaking and answering this question, right? So let's see how many of the bullet points I've covered in my talk. So I've got the question here. So it's the bullet points are the genre of the books that you like to read. So you should say what genre of books you like to read, and I answered this. What these books are about, did it? Who would you recommend these books to? I did not talk about this bullet point, as you see here. So explain why you enjoy reading this kind of books. Yeah, I talked about that. So as you see, I did not cover one of the bullet points because I didn't feel like talking about who I would recommend these books to, because it really depends on the person. So what I did, I focused on my topic, I focused on the main idea, and I tried to expand a little bit. So that's fine. I think I spoke for 2 minutes and I kept speaking on the same topic without giving any irrelevant examples or any long explanations. So that's all you need to do to achieve a band score of 7, 8, or even 9. Now, before I close my video, I'd like to mention one more thing. One more misconception that people have about the IELTS speaking, especially part 2, right? This is the use of linking words. Many students think that they need to use linking words as much as possible. I would say you need to be very careful about this. I really like this analogy about cooking here. Use linkers just like you would use salt in your cooking, right? So use them only when necessary. Do not overuse them. So this would be my advice to you about the linkers. In fact, you can listen to my answer again, and I challenge you, count the number of linkers that I've used. You probably won't find many. 1, 2, 3 max. So write in the comments what you think about the use of linkers and how many I've used. I guess that's all for now. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. Also, write your questions in the comments and suggestions on what other videos you would like me to make in the future. Cheers, and I'll see you in my next videos. Bye!